I've always wanted to be a pathologist. I just love when people open up to me. Welcome to Shave&Butcher, the wet shaving channel. So, Frank Shaving out of China, I don't know, I think so, reached out to the Facebook group Wet Shavers United and wondered if a few of us would try out some of their brushes. So I'm not going to do that today, but I'm going to show you. I got two of them. I think we're going to circulate them. This is a synthetic brush. I haven't tried these out, but this is looks pretty cool. Pretty cool handle on that one. I'm sorry the light isn't perfect. So that's a synthetic, which we'll be trying out. This is a badger brush, and we shall be trying that out as well. And they want feedback. They probably want marketing as well, but mainly feedback. So that's what they're going to get. But we're not using those today. Today I'm using a new soap for me. Not new for the world, because they've been around since 1890, I think. This is Haslinger out of Vienna, Austria. No, sorry, site 49. Yes, but I think that's when Mr. Haslinger acquired a soap company. I read somewhere, or someone told me. But anyway, it's been around for quite some time. If you can see, there's the logo. It appears to be more of a bunny than a sheep, which is interesting because it's a sheep milk soap. Schafsmilch, I think it's called in German. There are the ingredients. So this used to be tallow, and they changed a few years ago away from the tallow formula, and people went, what? Because this is loved by a lot of people. And I haven't tried the tallow formula. I read that people like this just as much. So this is sheep's milk, and it has a lanolin in it, and then a lot of other stuff, the usual stuff, and a little bit of perfume, which we'll see if it smells like anything. I can't smell much, but then my nose isn't always very good. It came in a small pack wrapped in plastic, and it's damn annoying when it rattles around in the tin. So I grated it down with the cheese grater, squished it in, put a bit of water on top. I don't know why I did that. I think someone said they do that. Flash boredom maybe? I don't know. But I did anyway for 10 minutes, and that was pretty cool because it went from looking like mushed cheese to looking like a pretty hard soap. So that's cool, so we're trying that out. I wanted to try a trusted brush instead of a new one, so we're going with the Matti Lindholm brush with a 24mm synthetic knot. So this is damp, but I pressed as much water out as I can. So we'll be loading this. It's a small container, but it is possible to load from small containers. Not as good, granted. But we shall see, and we shall see how much we need to load. I do not know. So pack was pretty hard. This is pretty hard. I can make a mark, but I can't put my finger into it. The hardness of this soap really depends on how hard you push it down once you've grated it. But now it fits snugly. It's not a word, is it? Into the container. I think that should be plenty. So sheep's milk and lanolin. That makes me think of Mitchell's wool fat, because lanolin is sort of wool fat, isn't it? Or it can be called that. Lanolin is like the stuff in the hairs of the sheep. I may be off now, but this is what I think. The stuff in the hairs that make them water resistant. So interesting in a shave soap, but there are a number of soaps who have lanolin in them. So it's like a waxy structure, quite possibly in a very different format once you put it in a shaving soap. I don't know. If you know, please comment. So this feels good. It doesn't feel like Mitchell's really. Mitchell's, even if you load hard, when you have a dry brush, you get this really frothy foam. None of that here. Just feels very nice, very nice. I'm gonna need more water, but I'll play around with it for a while. So why am I using Haslinger all of a sudden? Well, Francisco Cribari has suggested I try it. I think he's done that a few times. So try it please, he says, and compare it to Mitchell's Wool Fat and tobacco. Why tobacco, Francisco? I do not know, but I shall do it. Now, you know I'm not an analytical soap tester person, so I can basically conclude whether I like a soap or not, and I usually do. But let's see what we find out. Mitchell's Wool Fat is perhaps my favorite soap. Part of the reason for that is that it does require a bit of patience, a bit of work to get the lather into a good one. So for no other reason than sports and competitiveness, I sort of like that. This appears to be easy. Now I'm not sure about the ingredients in Mitchell's Wool Fat, which I should check, and I should check tobacco as well. But I assume, since it has lanolin, that there could be similarities. I'm not sure it has sheep's milk. I don't think so. This is it's a child's game to get. I've got the tap running. I'm sorry, it makes a bit of a racket, but it's just easier because I keep adding water. That was easy to lather. It's like a joke. I could have shaved with the first layer I had. It wouldn't have been as nice or wet as I wanted it, but I could have. And I just keep adding water, and it keeps getting prettier and wetter, and wow, what a user-friendly soap this is. It's quite well hydrated now. There has a few bubbles. Wow. Builds volume very easily. So now it reminds me more about Mitchell's Wool Fat, and a bunch of other soaps, obviously, because it's just a creamy lather. It's not crazy dense, but that could have to do with how I use it. So I'm not going to say it's not a super dense lather. But it looks really nice. It feels really nice. No strong scent to me, but again, my nose sometimes, especially in the summer, isn't perfect. So to an American, it's scentless. Just joking with you guys. Have I worked it enough? There are a few bubbles. Maybe I should just beat it up a bit more, see what happens. Oh, it is nice. Such a creamy consistency. But again, not super heavy. It's really wet, I think. Wow, look at that. Yeah, no, it's a show lather, that's for sure. And it feels really smooth, really creamy on the skin. I'm going to stop now. It's a pity I'm doing it here in in the room where the lights aren't fantastic, but it's beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. Feather Artist Club DX with a super professional blade in it. Was that gonna change this? Yes, I was, because there's no blade in there. Okay. See if we can manage that. This is where the blades come in. I can barely remember how to, yeah, you load and you, where's the sharp bit? Yeah, there you go. Then you squeeze the, this could be messy. You squeeze the top so it opens up, and I'm gonna do it down here because you need to see a bit. Ooh, we have shitty hands. Okay, it's in, do it upside down. It's in, so I'm pushing it all the way, and then pushing it so gravity does its job. That should be it. Okay, here we go. Creamy, creamy lather. And a new blade could mean more weepers, more blood. It's usually the case. It's a lovely day today in the southwest of Sweden, 30 degrees Celsius and sunny. I've swam in the ocean, very nice. Still a bit cold, actually. It's what, the 17th, 18th of June, something like that. Good blade. This is the most efficient blade, I think, out of the Artist Club blades from Feather. Frank, correct me if you're watching, correct me if I'm wrong. But it's really smooth. Okay, so I thought I had a killer wet lather, but it doesn't fall off the blade, so you can actually push more water into it. It really looked, that'll be interesting. So I'll do that next shave. And perhaps that adds more density then. I really, really thought it was crazy hydrated because it looked that way. Or felt rather. Ah, very nice. I can maybe tap it so it falls off. Yeah, I could. The suspense there, hey? Yes, I went for a swim in the ocean. Brought my dog. And as we were walking by the neighbors, I could see the neighbor was talking to her cat. And it was clear that she thought the cat understood, you know, real conversation. So me and my dog went home and we laughed at that quite a bit. Oh, what a smooth blade. I mean, you really learn to not use any excess pressure when you shave with a shavette. Because these machine blades are so sharp that you cut yourself and you get weepers if you push even the tiniest bit too hard. And that is helpful also when you pick up straight razors where you have to push a bit more. But your starting point of pressure sort of becomes lower. You have less pressure to start with. Okay, so I'm not gonna mess about with rehydrating the lather because I don't have the skills. This feels just great, really feels great. And it actually does remind me of Mitchell's Wolf Lines. Part of that could be that I'm thinking of the similarities. So, you know, we trick our brains into all kinds of things. Most of it unconsciously, and most of it for no good reason. I mainly torture myself. You know, thinking, oh, I should have done differently. We're crazy people. We should be kinder to each other, to ourselves rather, to each other too. Okay, second pass with Haslinger, and I'm enjoying the shave. I'm enjoying the soap. I'm not going to review this, certainly not today on the first attempt. So far, so good, and it appeared so easy to lather, but it was deceivingly, it looked too good too early for me. This is just me, you know. Very nice. So it's Friday. I'm close to the sea, obviously. Family's joining tonight. So yesterday I had meetings till late with Americans on video. And then, hang on. I have a few weepers already. You know what that is? That's not poor skill per se. This is shaving too close to the blood. And I'm not saying that in a joking fashion. I'm saying when you're doing a good pass on a good lather on a good day, and you do nothing wrong, and it's just the sharpness of the blade, basically, that. Well, you could do it differently, obviously, but hang with me. Hang with me. If you start bleeding out of nowhere, so you get a creeper, I guess, then that's what I mean with shaving too close to the blood. It's a poor expression for what I'm trying, and an even poorer explanation. Leather stays in good condition. It isn't perfect, but that's on me. But there's no drying out or anything. Yeah, so the whole shave feels like a caress. Not a massage, but a caress. Caress. And still I bleed in a few places. You know what I mean? I think you do. If you're a wet shaver. If you're watching just for the comedy gold or my sparkling personality, and you're not a wet shaver, you may not know. But then again, why are you watching a middle-aged man with no shirt on shave? Yeah. It does sound pretty sexy, so I get it. I get it. It's okay. You're welcome. My body is your body. Two weepers there too. This is all gonna stop just with cold water, I think. But I may do an alum today, if I remember. Okay. Going nice and slow. Can you hear Reiner's wife, Grace? So imagine you're from the island of Gotland. Grace. It's funny, no? For Swedish people. Needless to say, my wife came up with that. She's the clever one. All I do is steal jokes from people. I have a feeling few of you have sent me jokes that I haven't told, but that I don't tell all of them, because some I don't like, or they are not suitable. But I got a feeling I was sent a few that I haven't told, and I can't find them, so I may have lost them. And if that's the case, I apologize. But just because you send in a joke doesn't mean I'm going to tell it. I'm going slow, enjoying it. This is going to end up in a good result. I can tell. I can already tell. So that's my typical 2-pass shave. I'll feel what that feels like and then decide if I'm going to irritate my skin and draw more blood by doing pickups. Because that's how we roll. But this feels absolutely spectacular. It was an incredibly close shave. Well, that blade is mental. Mental! And this soap feels fantastic. It really does. A lot of soaps do. How does it compare to Mitchell's Wolfat and Tobacco, Francesco? I don't know. Well, I'll shave with it and shave with the others and conclude something. Should I do pickups? I wonder. Yeah, cool residual slickness, but none of that tacky gooey stuff. Do you know what I mean? So it takes a bit of rinsing off to get it off. Oh, I mean, this is basically BBS. A little bit there, and the usual. Okay, since we got nothing else to do, we do actually. But anyway, I pulled my back so bad. Really, really bad. Still, it's better today. I went to I don't know what it's called. It's called a naprapat in Swedish. So it's a combo of a chiropractor and a physical therapist or a massage person. Shh. That I think is okay. And now to the tricky bit. To the bit that is tricky. Phew, weepers, this is really not a good idea, is it? Okay, flat. I really should practice this with another weapon. Okay, I'm pushing my luck here. Okay, I'll stop pushing my luck. I shall stop. Raffle still going on. Check out the raffle in the latest video. No, it helped a bit here. Yeah, that's good enough. Yeah, it's alum today for sure. For me, it takes 2 shaves with a Kismet blade or this mental. Where's my blade? Two shaves before they don't cut myself, before it's comfortable. Alum is, what is it called? 444 Portuguese. I bought it in Lisbon at the time when you were able to travel places. And I also bought a shaving stick, and this was early days in my shaving career, so I didn't know how to use it. So I tried to load the brush on the stick, and it didn't work out, and I got angry and threw it away. And I really regret that, because I actually think that was a good soap. Not a lot of stinging, a little bit. I always get a little bit of stinging from alum. believe how people actually shave, get a close shave, and they do the alum, and they feel nothing. How do you do it? Incomprehensible. Gonna rinse that off with cold Swedish water. So the alum does a few things. It contracts sort of everything in the skin. Makes it taut, makes it very, it takes away the life. No, but it's super, not dry, but I'm explaining this incredibly poorly. There's no soap left, if you know what I mean. Stetsons today, because we like it. The only part that's bleeding is a little bit here and a few places actually. But then on the chin was from trying to do pickups, which I'm gonna do with a not super sharp straight razor a few times so I get the hang of it. Ah, that smells so nice. So nice. I'm following up with Aqua Velva. So these two were sent to me by John Line of Chicago. Thank you, John. John likes Haslinger. So that's suitable. Very nice, very nice. Ah, cool shave on a warm day. First impressions of Haslinger, Francisco. I like it so far. Thank you for watching. You have a great weekend. Please try and have a great one. Yeah, it's nicer that way. See you soon. Stay sharp.